guys? Hope you're all doing well. So this is a request from one of my subscribers who goes by the name Gaming's Time, who'd like to see sort of a life and dating update video along with this little guy here. So if you guys haven't seen one of my other videos with my favorite guest and really the true star of this channel, this is my cat, Trigi. Do you want to say anything? I guess not. I don't know how he detects that the camera's going, but he always just gets a little bit shy when we start rolling. So guys, I am going to start with some quick life updates, and then we'll get into one of my dating stories. So I'd appreciate if you stick around to the end of that, because it happened a little while ago, and I'm still not quite sure what to make of it. So I'd kind of appreciate your opinion on things. So first, life-wise, not too much has been going on, but there have been sort of a small number of things really dominating the majority of my time. The first is work, obviously. So I think some of you guys know that I work at a small architecture firm. So we are quite busy and moving forward on a couple of really large projects. So I do a lot of our 3D visualization, computer modeling, rendering, that sort of thing, along with pitching in on some construction documents, and really just whatever any project kind of needs, I'll get into. So I've also been working on my photo book, and with so much film coming back, I have been spending so much time scanning in all of my negatives. So hundreds and hundreds of frames to get through, and some of them are pretty good. So we'll see how that's all starting to come together. Otherwise, there have been some videos that I've shot lately that I just really haven't had the time to get into a good place editing-wise yet. So I'm sure you guys will be seeing those soon. I don't want to tease anything yet. So, dating-wise, this is kind of an interesting story because I am still not quite sure what to make of it. Once you start swiping on the dating apps, you sort of develop a better sense of the kind of person that you're looking for. So that was the case with this one. You kind of have a sixth sense about someone's personality from their photos and from their profile, obviously, the things that they write about themselves, and you kind of, you see if you'd be sort of a good match for each other. So I swiped right on this one person, and she swiped right on me, and it was a match. So from the moment that we started talking, or should I say texting, it was like, okay, this is definitely a connection. There's something here. So I've been doing this new thing where I text with someone for a little bit, and then it's just like, you know what, let's just talk. Let's talk, because I've wasted time in the past sort of messaging people back and forth, and you finally get to talking with them, and it's just, there's nothing there. So it's like, let's get to talking as soon as we can and see if there is in fact still a connection. So we got to do a video chat, and there very much was. And it's one of those things where you don't even have to just question it. There's a strong connection, and you can be yourself right away, which is always nice. So it was probably about Wednesday of that week, and we had agreed to meet up on Saturday, which the weekends are pretty much when I'm most available. Not that I can't make a weekday work, but it is just nice to not have to sort of run from work to somewhere else. I don't always have the energy for that. So, it gets a little bit later in the week, and she sends me a message that it's one of those where you plan something for that coming week, and then for whatever reason you don't connect it in your mind that it is the upcoming week. I do that fairly often, actually. I should start using the calendar on my phone a lot more. But she was visiting with a friend of hers, that friend's mom, in the hospital. So she was recovering from some surgery, but she said, "Do you mind if we meet next weekend?" So I said, "Yeah, of course. Of course you're gonna say yes. I'm not a monster. I understand that people are just out there living their lives." So in the interim of that next week, we talked again, and it went very well. And then we texted back and forth here and there. But she's one of those people who had a very demanding job, and you know how it is. To invoke that Seinfeld quote, I'm busy, you're busy, we're all busy. So, I understand, and as long as you tell me that, it's fine. I can do my own thing. So what I will say is that there was sort of a disconnect between, I would say, her personality on video chat versus texting, and maybe it's just the convenience of texting, and maybe it's just, I don't know, I can't quite find a way to exactly say it, but there's a certain convenience that comes with texting, and it's a little bit more direct, and maybe a little bit more sort of like, okay, I'll send this message, and then I got to get back to work. So it sort of became clear at that point just how demanding her job was. But, I understand. As long as you tell me I'm fine with it, I can make it work. Especially when the connection's so strong. I think really just as long as we communicate, everything is fine. So, as we're starting to get to the next week, it becomes a little bit more evident that she can. And she says, "Hey, I hate to, normally I'm not like this. Would you mind if we rescheduled?" And guys, I'm pretty easy to get along with. As long as you let me know what's up, it's totally cool. I say yes, of course. And, to be fair, I'm only getting to know this person, and I give people a lot of slack right away, especially when they say things like, "I'm not normally like this," because, you are just getting to know someone, and it's very possible they're not always like that, and you don't really have a history with them, so I always give the people a big benefit of the doubt. And we're back. So, quick little reposition there. Georgie actually prefers the bottom of the bed, so he can really spread out like this. So he looks like he is getting ready to doze off. So, if I can pick up where I left off, typically I'll give people a lot of wiggle room as I'm getting to know them. So if you tell me, I'm typically not this person, I'll believe you until I find out otherwise. So we're kind of continuing to talk during the week, and when we're texting, it's a little bit off, I would say, but we're also video chatting like once or twice a week. what starts to become apparent is, texting wise, I don't know, it just feels a little bit different, but when we video chat, it is so on. It's ridiculous. So, I get to planning, a date idea basically. So, meet up for coffee in New York City, take a walk around some museums, stuff like that. I always think that is sort of a perfect first date. And there are too many places, I think, that a lot of people go where you can't really talk to someone. So that weekend comes and goes, and we reschedule again for the next weekend. So, at this point, I'm just kind of rolling with it. I still feel very strongly about this connection that we do have, so I feel good about that. And, in the beginning, it's, you want to meet someone as soon as possible, but just a little bit of patience, and usually everything kind of works out in the end. So you say, okay, this will be, I'll give this person a lot of slack. It'll be fine. We're still talking. I planned to be at one of my friend's places who is basically in the city. So I would be there from the morning to the afternoon, and then I would meet up with her after that. So this weekend that I'm talking about, she confirmed with me that she would be available. If I remember correctly, she said, I have a rare weekend where I'm not working, so let's do something. So I said, perfect, let's do it. And of course I'm feeling excited about it. So I get ready, I'm hanging out at my friend's place, we finished what we were doing, and I sent her a text and said, because I filled her in on the plan, and I said, I'm getting ready to leave my friend's place now. Are we good to go? So, kind of nothing for a little bit, but that wasn't necessarily unusual for her. And then I hear nothing for like an hour. And meanwhile, I'm still with my friend, so I'm like, this is weird. And then just like nothing and nothing. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go home, and I'm sure I'll hear what this excuse is. So she sent me a message after that. It was just like, I'm so sorry, like I got called into work, and I had like 3 things going on or whatever. And as we're talking, it was just like, I don't know, it's just like, just let me know, like so much of this could have been avoided. Like just tell me I'm easy to get along with. Just let me know. I got a ton of slack for you. It's fine. I can reschedule. I still have things that I could do. It wouldn't have been a huge deal. But the way that I found out, I just felt so, just you have that feeling in your gut. You're just like, oh, come on, this isn't gonna work out. So, basically, it was just that's kind of how we left it. I was just I can't keep doing this. I kind of just put it all out on the table. I was I feel like we have a strong connection, but you just don't communicate with me, and I'm willing to work with you, but if you do it like this, I'm so frustrated. It's completely eating away at the trust that I have when you say that, when you say anything. So I was just I can't do this. So it's just one of those situations where it just feels so I don't know, I guess I've never really felt this way, and it's confusing. It's like, what is going on? I feel like so much of this could have been avoided. Like, I don't even know how we got here, to be honest. It's just one of those things that feels so unfinished but final at the same time, and I don't really know how to put it in any better terms than that. So guys, that I think is going to bring us to the end of that story. But I definitely would appreciate if you could tell me what you think about it. I could definitely use your input and your point of view on that. So I guess you can see why I am taking a break from the dating apps at the moment. So, guys, that is going to do it for this video. Georgie is pretty much asleep at this point, and I have a light on at the top of my camera, so I'd like to kind of turn that off for him and let him just doze off. I actually am in my PJs right now, so I am going to follow closely behind him. But otherwise, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you later.